And welcome, my friends, to our next adventure. KHOLAT. Now, right now I've got the master volume turned down while we're on the audio screen, just because it was very loud, but oh, am I enjoying this music. This game I've never played. I briefly looked into it and it sounded awesome. Apparently it's narrated by Sean Bean, which I'm very excited for because that guy's pretty cool. But my friend G has played this game, and the second he booted it up, he started raving on to me about how I need to play this, how I've got to play it. And so today, finally, I am playing it, and I'm excited because this is supposed to be a horror game, and he says that it's definitely going to scare me. Where all other games that we've played that have supposed to have been horror, weren't really that scary. So I'm really looking forward to this. But I'm going to turn the music back up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and get started.
"56 years ago, Russia, the northern Ural Mountains. A group of 9 students of the Ural Polytechnic Institute embarked upon a difficult winter expedition to reach the Otorten mountain. Their journey seemed to progress according to plan. However, on the 7th day of their trip, the weather conditions worsened. They lost their orientation and were forced to set up a camp on the slope of the mountain called KHOLAT Siakal. It was their last stop. 3 weeks later in Yekaterinburg, when their families received no word of their success, the first rescue expeditions were sent. On February 25th, 1959, an abandoned encampment was found. The tent was torn down and covered with snow, with all the group's belongings left inside. Further examination revealed it was cut from inside out. The surrounding footprints indicated the crew had fled the tent. They were barefooted. This suggests a frantic escape, characteristic of people scared out of their wits. 2 sets of prints led to a forested area down the slope. The rescue team found an improvised fireplace and 2 bodies. They were lying in but their underwear, with cuts and scratches to their limbs, suggesting they had tried to climb the tree in panic. What could terrify them so much? The next 3 bodies were found scattered a few hundred meters from the first discovery. One of them had suffered a fractured skull, this despite no evidence of a struggle. It took the spring thaw 2 months later to enable the rescue team to find the rest of the victims. The last 4 skiers were found buried in a thick layer of ice and snow. Their autopsies led to even more bizarre findings. All of the bodies had severe internal injuries caused by an undetermined force, similar to that of a serious car accident. No external damage nor bruises were visible, besides a tongue ripped from one victim's mouth and a strange orange skin color. Much speculation arose from these puzzling events. Such theories included attack from the local tribesmen, from an avalanche, or animals. Each theory, however, only served to create more questions. The truth behind this tragic course of events remains unexplained to this day. What really happened? Maybe the answer still waits to be discovered, deep under the snow.
I think that's where we come in. Right off on foot we start. Okay. I'm honestly just going to be quiet to listen to this music because boy is it beautiful. Look both ways. Curious. Am I to venture down the road? Now, I don't know if any of you have actually ever looked up this story, but it is a true story. I remember reading up on it, I don't know, a few months ago. Just something brought it to my attention and I thought, oh, how peculiar. So I did a quick Google search, looked up the Wikipedia a bit, and studied a bit up on the story. And there's all sorts of theories, but as the glorious Sean Bean stated, it is still but a mystery. Some of the theories are Bigfoot, Yetis. Oh, I can zoom in. I can also sprint, okay. Oh, I remember what it was that brought it to my attention. I believe it was X-Files. There was an episode of X-Files about it, and I believe it had to do with aliens as well. Of course, it's always aliens. Can I just go back and stay in town? I like that pleasant music. Oh, well, that's not ominous at all. There's a pipeline? I guess I'm not going that way, huh? Well, I suppose this leaves us only one way to go. Towards the trees that lean down to meet me. To embrace me in their spindly limbs.
Are you coming to me?
Nope. I am not. Nope. Nope. I'm going this way. Farewell. Oh boy. Oh, it's getting darker. Okay, now this is just cool. Whew! Alright, that startled me.
The only thing I saw was a flash. An insufferable burning light. The pain ripping apart my body. I felt it tearing out of my soul. After a while, I was nobody. Nothing. The light went went out and I vanished into overwhelming darkness. I welcomed the end with delight.
Alright, I've got to bring up his audio a little bit more. Wait, is that something twinkling? Oh, I see it. Oh, is that the cam?
I am right behind you.
Don't do that to me. That's not kind.
Have you ever tried to hold on to your humanity? When others convince you of being no more than a subject, an object, which they can bend to their will. When they told you that you were a monster that deserved punishment, and you could really not remember your sins. When they took away your loved ones, leaving you to rot in the dark. The problem is that in their darkness, you have never been alone.
What's that on the hill? Glowing red. Guys, is that Sauron? Really doesn't seem to make much of a difference, but carry on we shall, I suppose. Survival info. Whoa! Running in deep snow is tiring. Adjust the pace to the surrounding conditions so you don't exhaust your organism. I'm sorry, my what? Before setting off for a long journey, rest in the camp and set a goal for a safe route. You can focus on any object to take a better look at it. Lighting your way with a flashlight, you become more visible. Observe the environment for better navigation with the help of the map and compass. Barely accessible rocky notches may lead to interesting places and shortcuts. To gain access to them, you will sometimes have to squeeze through low-lying obstacles or jump off of them. So, I'm right here. Are those totem poles? And why is that glowing red in the distance? I'm so perplexed. So terrified all at the same time. Hello, Meteorite.
I set out the moment I heard about the incident. I was in the area, so I reported to the unit myself to be automatically assigned to the case. I arrived at Vishai on February the 19th, a couple of days before the Institute's rescue group. While waiting for them, I started asking around to see if anyone from among the locals knew anything about the incident. One of them said he had a hunting cabin in the search region and knew the area very well. I decided to use him as a guide. When the rescue team had...
Okay, come on now, audio. Be fair.
finally arrived, I explained to them what the unit's role was in this mission, and that all discoveries or observations should be brought to my attention before anyone else's. We established priorities, checked the equipment, and set off right away. It was not until February the 26th we found the tent that I believe belonged to the students. Initial findings show that the people in the tent cut its side wall and for some reason tried to escape from it in panic. The tracks in the snow led to a forest 1.5 kilometers away. But the trail went cold after 500 meters and we had to carefully search the entire area. This was not a place of any average incident. We had shivers crawling all over our bodies because of the atmosphere surrounding us. I was convinced that something more than just an accident had occurred here. I had the feeling we were dealing with something unnatural.
Bum bum bum. Insert X-Files. Interesting. Oh. Excuse me. Fire person. Where do you think you're going? Okay, so... Oh, that's a volcano over there, maybe? Okay, so I'm running off this way. And there's some large glowing crater up there. And some ritual place down here. Brilliant, beautiful. Curious as well. Oh, right. Having a compass is quite helpful as well, isn't it? Okay, so if... Is that south? So I guess that would be... So about that way would be north, because that's where, so I'm heading southwest, I think. It's been a long time since I've used a compass. Is north and south the same elsewhere on the planet? I mean, I suppose it is, but like closer or further away from the magnetic poles?
You are remarkable, just like me. But you are losing your mind, my friend. You're slipping slowly into the abyss, and there is no one to give you a hand. And at the bottom, I am the only one waiting for you.
I mean, I'm sure that sounds kind of like a dumb question. Why is he waiting for me? What is he waiting for? Why has he chosen me? I suppose no matter where on the planet, it would always be north and south. Because that's how magnetic poles work. I don't even know where I'm going anymore. Well, there's the crater again. Where is that? Is that up here? Focus. Looks like a post or a bridge. That's definitely a bridge. Maybe I get down there from over here. Ooh. Pretty full moon. Whoop! What just happened? I hear paper rattling, but I don't... Did I teleport? I'm not sure. Alright, I'm just gonna go back this way. Please stop. Please stop the whispering. Oh, it's that thing again. Is that a radio tower? That looks like a radio tower. Okay, let's go toward that. Alright, so it looks like either path would have led up here. It's just getting darker and less windy. But there are more totems. I hear something like paper rattling. Is there a note or a page? There is. Oh, does it not read it for me? Mysterious lights above the Sabodny Cosmodrome. Mysterious events in the sky were noticed during the night of 4 to 5 July, the 4th to the 5th of July. Witnesses testified they had seen a bright orange sphere which had crossed the sky above the city several times, moving chaotically and immediately changing its direction of flight. Finally, it stopped and disappeared. Major Gierka, an aviation professional, confirms it is impossible for any flying object we know to move like that. The military and Cosmodrome's personnel answered our questions in a short and firm way by distancing themselves to the event, informing there was no activity in the area, as well as there were no tests performed. More goggles and skis. Oh, but wait, they marked this place, right? When you get a note. Yeah, okay, so I'm all the way up here. So did I run off this way? I had to have, right? Oh. Hello. No, don't leave me. Whoa, what? Did it burn? Can I make it over there? What I saw was right there, so I'd have to travel all the way down and around. Suppose I can. Oh, is that coming for me? Oh no, no!